So now I guess it's time to update the user interface, because we have all the information we need. We have the date, we have the remaining days, we have the weather, we have the picture, and we have the location. So now we will do the user interface function, but I'm really sorry because I calculated the time taken by the other videos, so I think I'm doing the 8th hour up till now, and this is really too much to be watched. So I'm really sorry. I'm gonna try to sometimes from now and then copy and paste and then explain, because you know the time, we don't have that much time and the weekend is about to finish. So I will have to just like make sure that I do all the videos before the weekend finish. So excuse my hurry. Now we will, as we said before, we're gonna update the user interface, and I don't have to make a const for that, because updating the user interface is just like a function. It's not a constant or something to return. No, it's just a function. But I will give it some things. The first thing I will give is actually the all days, because I need to give it I need to give the client or show him on the DOM how many days left before he do his trip. And the other thing, I'm gonna give him the name, because the name of the city is important, and I'm also gonna give him the picture. So, and the last thing is actually the weather. So the weather is going to be like this, and remember that we took the weather data, just like putting in it everything, weather description, temperature, and for forecast, maximum temperature and minimum temperature. So now we have this here. Let's now put the function here and explain what will happen, because it's just like, yeah, it is a big function or a little bit long, but it's all about manipulating the DOM. So let's see. This is the function, and here are the parameters. Okay, and up there was the arguments that these placeholders are representing. So now we have query selected the our days ID, and let's see in the index.html what is the our days ID. This is it. So inside this h2 I want to put something here, something like there are 2 days remaining on your flight, something like this. So I will enter HTML that on the JavaScript. So I'm choosing the query selector our days, and in the inner HTML of this h2 I will put this line: your trip starts in remaining days from now. Then I will update the city name, and I'll make the city name, which is here, it's a paragraph, I will make it location city. So inside here I will put the city as a location. Of course the city is a city placeholder, which is a representative for the name. The name, you'll find it here. Okay, so and after that I will put the weather in the document.query selector with the class weather. So let's see, yes, I have something here with the class weather. Actually only that one had an ID, but all of the others will have a class. So in the class city name, you can imagine I put just like, or in the weather class, here comes an interesting part. Remember when we did that before, when we put this question mark after our days or 7. So this is just like questioning the JavaScript. Or you can say also this is an if condition, but written with another way. If the our days are more than 7, if this is true, then weather is and weather description. But if the our days are less, sorry, let me see again. I guess this is a little bit wrong, you know, because if the remaining days are more than 7, this should happen, not this one, right? Because, you know, let me think about it. I'm gonna stop to think about it. Yeah, I guess I have a mistake here, because I put remaining days bigger than. So let me see. So if the our days is actually bigger than 7, this one should happen. So this one should be like this. Okay. If the R days is less than 7, then please tell me that weather is right now cloudy, because it is right now cloudy, so weather is cloudy. Okay, it's not a forecast. But if it is not like this, so I'm gonna write the weather in this way. So let me also put some comments here, because the comments will make the things more expressive. Update the city name, and I'm gonna take that here. I'm gonna put it here. Update the weather. So if it's less than 7, just give them the weather. If it's not, weather is expected to be weather.description. And I think you understand what is the meaning of that. And here it's about the temperature, and as I told you, it can be forecasted or it can be the real temperature. So if it's bigger than 7, here it is, right? The forecast will be like that. So update the temperature. So updating the temperature, if the temperature was of the remaining days bigger than or greater than 7, then the forecast is weather temperature ampersand dig C. This is actually ampersand dig means, you know, that circle above the temperature. That's it. So this is what will happen. And if it is greater than 7, if it's less than 7, it will be temperature directly. And now let's put just like, sorry, okay, so let's put now the maximum and the minimum temperature. And to do that, if it's bigger than 7, I'm gonna say maximum temperature will be this, in case it's a forecasted temperature, because the days are more than 7. But if it's not, don't put anything. Actually, this will not appear even. So, and the same thing for the minimum temperature. If there is a minimum temperature, then put it. You know, because if there are days are more than 7, there will be a minimum temperature. But if there isn't, or if these are less than 7, there will not be a minimum temperature. So please, in the inner HTML, don't put anything. Make it empty. And here's the last thing, which is updating the picture, you know. So updating the city or cities picture. Document.querySelector.city picture, which is here also. It's div. So inside this div, I'm gonna put the image, and I'm making it like this to make me free while if I wanted to style the things or something, this will make me free to do that. So let's go back, and here, as you see, it is the city picture, and the inner HTML, I will put an image, and inside this image there is a source. The source will just get the picture, and everything else is curated. As you know, the picture from here is actually the same picture here. So all of that will be dealt, and the alt, because you have to say an alternative text in case the picture did not load or something, for an it's just like a connection error, an image that describes the city nature. So, or an image that describes the city, the city nature, just like a representative for a garden if the city has a lot of fields and gardens and things like this. So this is the image. So now we updated the user interface. And in the document, the query selector flight data, I will display it block, and you will tell me what is this line about. Actually, this line is about that I will not show the user interface. I will not show this part, the whole part. I will not show it if I didn't yet make any parts. So for example, now it's here. It is shown, as you see. Look, yeah, it is here, but I don't want that. So I will have to not show it at first, and then when I come to make the user interface has a lot of information like this, I will start to display it. So by now, this is missing because now I'm making it a block, but actually I suppose I'm not making it a block. I'm supposed to make it hidden. So I will change it. I will make it hidden, but I'm waiting to see where did I put that in the first place, because I want to make the same things run in the same way. Now I can hide it, just like I can come here and inline style it and make it display none, or I can come here and just like on content load, once the content is loaded on the JavaScript, just make it display none, or I even can make a style sheet, and in this style sheet I can make the display none. So in the next step we're gonna see what we will do, and we will focus more on handling the errors. But let's now also test the function before we get out of this tab. So let me put London, let me put here 18, and let me submit and see what will happen. Well, we have everything, just like except the picture. Your trip starts in 7 days from now. Location London, temperature is 24.4 Celsius, and the circle is here. Weather is expected to be broken clouds, but the image, I don't know why the image did not get anything. But I see here there is something like a promise or something. So yep, so it's in the city picture. It is starting to deal as a promise. So maybe I forgot to put an await or something. I'll stop the video and I will just like come back to hint for where is the error. Alright, so I came to test what is the problem. So I figured out that the problem is here because we in the console log we saw an error about promise or something. So just like I'm trying to return data that hasn't been yet coming from the asynchronous function. So the promise was not fulfilled yet. So here I will just put await, and now I am awaiting for the data to come. And the other step was just like when I tried to console log picture, I found out that I only have just like it's not a source or something, it's actually an image. So it's an image object. So it's an object, sorry, with a property image. So I need first, before I do anything, I need to say here picture.image. Okay, or maybe I have something else. I can do like that and say image. This is a little bit crazy a little, but you can do that and it will get or grab the image property value from inside that thing. Okay, so let's see what will happen here. London and yep, we have everything shown here. Here it is. Here is the picture of London. Okay, so let's now just like this is the image. So nothing else should be done here except the handle error. So as I told you, in the next step we will go to handle the error.